What's going on, folks? Jerry with Custom Gear Modifications. Hey, we want to take a quick minute, talk to you guys about the changes we made to the saddles for 2024. We actually introduced them and submitted and implemented them in 2023 towards the end of the year. We're really bad at doing the hype thing. Sorry, it's not our thing. We decided the changes we're going to make, and we made them and implemented them. But all the saddles for 2024, you'll see these changes made. And we're also going to talk about the upgrade options. None of them are really upgrade, but they're just different options you can add to the saddle when you go online and order. So this is a 2023 Sidewinder. You'll see that the leg loops are 3.5 inches. We were getting some feedback that folks weren't liking the reach around and kind of having to snap those in. So we made a change there. Some folks were saying that the brown material and the webbing, although they like the lineman loops, were hard to see. We made a change there, and then made a few more changes. We're going to talk about that real quick. So the first change we made was we made the leg strap connections longer and brighter, so you can actually see them and not have to reach around so far to connect those up. We also made some changes on our lineman loops. We actually added a reflective material so you can see those when you're climbing in the dark. You can actually see those with a headlamp. We actually put those on the back side, so there's just a hint of the reflection as you're looking at it. It's not overwhelming or anything like that. So it's plenty bright for you to be able to see, but it's not striking in the face and making it hard to see. And then we added the suspender loops. So if you're using somebody else's suspenders that you like, you can connect right up to our saddle and be able to use that. So those are the changes we made for this year. Otherwise, the design is exactly the same because it's a good design and folks seem to like it. So we're going to talk about the upgrades you can make to the saddle real quick. When you go online, each one of our saddles are made to order. None of them are in stock. All these saddles back here are heading out to folks. We've been asked about retail stores. We're not really doing custom saddles and making things made to order so that you can get what you want specifically and kind of design the saddle around you. Doesn't really lend itself to that, but we are doing some local stores, as well as we work with the Canadian Saddle Hunter as well. And that's it. We have it in Harvest Archery here in Cleveland, Tennessee, or we're going to have some saddles in Cleveland, Tennessee. Great bunch of guys over at Harvest Archery, and we'll have saddles there. But we're just working with local vendors here in Knoxville, so you won't see our saddles in any stores. That kind of limits growth a little bit, but we're okay with that. We plan on staying small and keeping driving on making saddles the way you want them. So that's what we're doing. So some of the add-ons that you can do, or some of the options that are available on the page, are additional row of molly. So the standard saddle does come with plenty of molly and loops for you to use, but some folks want to have all sorts of molly because some folks carry a lot of stuff on their saddle. So the molly option actually adds a second row of molly underneath the top molly, and it also adds a bottom row of molly. And on top of that, it adds forward molly, which is molly that's forward of your lineman loop, so that you can actually, for bigger guys like me, or old guys like me, or big old guys like me, don't have quite the flexibility to reach kind of back here to get to your pouches, so it moves them up a little bit forward so you can get your hands right into the sides. The downside to that is it widens my already wide profile. I would prefer to have them back here because when you're walking through the woods, they're not sticking out here. But that works out good for some folks. If you're not as wide as me, it might not be a problem for you. But yeah, so it adds those forward molly, and it also adds some gear loops. And we'll see where I have those at. There we go. I'll cut that out. But yeah, you get gear loops with the additional molly, and basically that connects into your bottom molly or top or wherever the heck you want to put it. And you have a little slide buckle, and that straps around your stick or your platform, and that way you can clip it right in have it right there on your saddle when you're climbing if you use those devices. So those are that's the MOLLE option, and then you also have the Camo option to add a camo shell. The camo is not structural at all; it is just there cosmetically. All your structure comes from the mesh and the pleat and the chassis, obviously, for the saddle. So we have a bunch of different options on the website. We have the Predator Fall Gray, the Strata. We have the Viper Urban, Viper Woodland, a whole bunch of the concealed stuff. Just go online and see. If you see that it says soft beside it, that means it's a quieter material. I know some folks are sensitive to noise. Cordura is a little bit of a noisier material, so you might not want Cordura. You'll want to go with something that's soft. And so that's what the soft in parentheses on the options is. It's usually a mare suede or some sort type of a softer material. If it doesn't say soft but not beside it, it's Cordura. We also have the option that you sending us something. There's no additional charge for you sending us and for us using your material. We've done, oh man, recently did a big thick Cabela's 1980s fleece vest for a guy. We've done car seats for folks. We've done blankets for folks. We've done Dad's old Woolworth plaid jacket for folks. T-shirts. Somebody that wanted a specific pattern that we didn't carry, something that's a little more proprietary, like your first lights or something like that. You can send us a donor garment. We'll put it on there. When you are selecting material that you want to send us, take into consideration what your sensitivities are. If you like something that's quiet, then send us something that's quiet. As far as thinness or thickness of the material, what it's made of, doesn't matter. We've made them out of we've made them out of archery shop T-shirts, fishing shirts, all sorts of stuff. So the density of the material really doesn't matter to us, but it might to you. If you send us a wool vest and you hunt in Alabama, you're gonna be hot. That's gonna be a hot saddle. So take those types of things into consideration when you're sending us a material. The way you do that is when you go to purchase your saddle and you select the camo option, you're gonna go down and select custom, and then in the checkout notes you're gonna put, hey, I'm sending you my dad's vest. We're good with that. Again, all our saddles are made to order, they're made custom to you, so you have those options. And we're also open to, hey, I want to add a tab over here or over here to hang something on, or hey, I want to lengthen something, or I want to make something different. Usually no additional cost to that because these are all cut and made to order. So it doesn't, no hair off our nose, we can do it. Yeah, so that's what we're talking about with the customs. You'll also notice, and we get a lot of questions about these, the brown burrito. That we have a video on our YouTube page. Go check that out. But that's basically, I think we're still the only saddle to come up with it. We're definitely the original ones. But this is a pressure relief strap and also a self-recovery strap. It's nice. Just leave it right there. Ignore it. You'll never know it's there. You can move it to the bottom strap if you want to, but keep it on your saddle, because if you get in a pickle or your stick fails or your platform goes out, God forbid, you have a way of getting down the tree and taking the pressure off the saddle if you have no way to get down. And go check that video out, obviously. Oh, another change we made. Man, you SRT and DRT guys are rough on equipment. All that hip thrusting and plunging and all that, it beats up a saddle pretty good. I think we had 6 saddles last year from SRT guys that were having an issue with this pleat separating out from underneath the growth ring, or popping threads right here on these corners. So we've reinforced that with additional threading and then bar tacks, and we haven't had a problem since then. So that's another upgrade or another change that we made for this year. Tonight we are doing a giveaway on this saddle. Actually comes with 2 pouches, has all the upgrades, has the mare suede Predator Fall Gray. Go to our Facebook page or our Instagram page, follow the instructions there, get on the list. We've been announced at the beginning of the year, so we have quite a few folks that are in the running, but everybody has a chance. We're not pre-selecting or any of that. We're basically throwing everything into a hat, a digital hat, and mixing it all up, and whatever comes out first is who's going to win it. No tricks, no funny stuff. There's no links. We had somebody get in there and try to scam some folks. We won't provide you a link. We don't want your credit card info. We'll hit you up with a PM. We'll get your address and we'll ship it out. That simple. So yeah, that's the changes. That's what we did. You guys that got them in hand, and once you get yours ordered, let us know what you think.